I mean, like, all I can do is really just, like, I'm trying to focus on team goals outside of the meta. Because, like, again, we just don't have anything we can run in this meta that's good for us. It's like, let's just take the month to learn stuff that matters outside of it and then individually get better. I'm still hard grinding this weapon. And I'm even considering, like, prep, since we're gonna prep for stuff ahead of time, I'm considering playing range on the off chance it's niche and tower control after the next patch. I'm kind of considering practicing a little bit of range again. I've done it in a few pickups. And I'm a little rusty on it, but not too bad, so like... I'm kind of considering if I want to do that. I don't know yet, though. But... it's like... you know, all that I'm trying to do is just figure out how we can get better long-term, and we'll still do the best we can, even if, like, our comps or playstyle has to change until the patch, I guess. So yeah. Not much else to say about that. What if Rapid gets a good kit? That's another thing I was kind of considering. But it would have to be like a good aggressive kit to fit our comps. Like, it'd have to be like a K-Rapid. But if they do like a K-Rapid type kit, yeah, I could totally do that alongside Stamper. I'd definitely consider that, 100%. Do I think they're gonna do a kit like that? No. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Torpedo isn't on a blaster yet, so maybe it's still possible. Or maybe they'll give it to range. I wouldn't hate that. I'd actually like that if they gave Torp with range. Because Torp with range would probably be like the third best sub they could give it. Third or fourth. Maybe Fizzy better. Like, my order is Splat Bomb, Burst Bomb, and then something like that. Orisa, thank you for the prime. But I would like it because outside of the Zipcaster stuff, like, TC is the weakest mode for Stamper. Right now, I think. Then again, if stuff like T-Tech gets better next patch and you get to do Zipcaster combos on the tower, it'll probably be totally fine. So, I mean, even now I think it's fine. It's just the weakest. But, you know, I do like to have options to be able to adapt a bit more with my team. And right now I'm kind of stuck as a one-trick. There's, like, nothing else I play. I don't know. It's like, Dynamo's bad. Range is bad. Rapid doesn't have kits that really work with us. I mean, maybe I could do, like, vanilla Rapid, but it's not really my thing. Like, I played it a bit against DNA and did well, but, like, I wasn't playing it for me to play it. I was playing it to kind of, like, show stuff to Havoc, who's actually thinking about playing it for comps. That was, like, another thing we thought about in terms of trying to find something that works for this meta, is we were trying, like, we were trying to see if Rapid could maybe work with Splash. Jury's still out on that one, but... and there's Octobrush. Like, Octobrush... Huh. If I did Octobrush, Arashi would still have to switch... Like, I would just be taking Arashi's place. And, like, Arashi would have to be the Splash. But, like, I guess that's an option. But it's like, at the same time, I'm also playing one of the best weapons in the game right now. So, like, I'm playing a top 5 weapon. And switching me off from a top 5 weapon to, like, Octobrush is just going to be a downgrade. Because, like, Octobrush is at best a high tier. Yeah, we've talked about it, Max. Like, he doesn't... Like, I was literally like, the reason I didn't bring up sooner is because, like, I know you would be able to play it, but I know you would not be motivated to play it. And, like, we've talked about it further, it's like, he would totally do it if need be. Because, like, we're here to win. But, like, you know. And then Havoc's also thought about swapping onto it, so it's like one of those two is probably gonna happen unless we can find a way to make something work. Octos, it's me and Luna. Luna drew him. It's like... Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a harsh meta, running the stuff we're doing, just... It's such a disadvantage. Like, even tonight felt like our comp was just way worse than theirs, and it was, like, barely different. Bucket Tetra C Jr. I guess. Or we could do Bucket Wiper, but it's same problem. It's putting me on a way worse weapon, where I think it just downgrades our comp. It's too much niche stuff in the same comp. Like, Sword and Splash feels like the core of, like, if you want to play fast in this meta, I feel like Sword and Splash is your best core in the game right now. It's like, well, Splash is the core of everything. But, like, Stamper or Tetra would be the weapons you'd have to do. But if you play a Tetra, like, you just want a Stamper with it. Like, that's Tetra's pair right now, is you run Tetra Stamper. That's what a lot of teams in Japan do. But it's like, that's the thing, like, and I'll also say this here, like, our comp, the double sword comp, was nowhere near as off-meta as people think. The Wiper is just a weirder and very similar spot Tetra, and then the rest is Stamper 2 Splash. Like, West just didn't run anything like it, but that's not off-meta. Japan knew about, like, Tetra with it, and Wiper is just a weird Tetra. It's like, what we were running in the open was not as off-meta as people like to believe. Like, if anything, it's just one weapon being the slightly weirder pick of another good weapon. It's very close to meta. It's, like, playing the faster playstyle, which is rarer, but, like, still totally usable. Yeah, I don't... There's, like... Regardless of what happens, the team's gonna have to sacrifice something. Like, something weapon or playstyle-wise has to change. Like... There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Well, there are more matches than the Big House 10. There was 20XX, there's going to be a 20XX number 2, actually, in 2 weeks. Stormbreak and a bunch of others. They're just a bit more scattered. I mean, yeah, but it's like, I don't... Like, that's how I'm feeling as well, Max. Like, Havoc there makes more sense, but Havoc's also doing so good on Bucket, man. Everyone's doing good on their weapons, it's just... It doesn't matter. I don't know. Like... The balance is just so bad right now, it sucks. The good news is it's like, there's only 20XX is the only major in this patch. So it's like, you know, just one tournament either way. And if it's hard to do well, then whatever. Just one event, improve for the month, and then hopefully the next patch, like, at the very least, since it has, like, new weapons and stuff, should at least give us maybe more options to work around. At the very least. I think what we're gonna try, though, and it's gonna be hard, but I think it has a chance of working, is Wiper, Stamper, Slosher, and Splash. And then have me try to play for Zipcasters on defense. It's a really shaky and not amazing plan, but, like, it might work. And then if Havoc happens to be close to Tri-Strike, you can also use it on defense. And it's like, it might be just enough to work. I'm probably on Copium, but that's, like, I feel like that's our best bet. Because we tried doing Rapid and Machine. Like, both just felt like they didn't fit our playstyle. I feel like that's the one comp we have that might work. So it's like, this weekend we're just gonna try that. And we're gonna see if it actually works. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just do the 2x splash stuff. I actually don't think Rapid is too slow as a main weapon. I think if it had any other sub, it would even be fine. And, like, when I played it, we did really well. But, like, Havoc is brand new to Rapid. Like, expecting him to get comfortable with aggressive Rapid with no bomb in 2 weeks is just... it's way too hard. Like, I feel like long-term we can do it, but we're not interested in that long-term. We're trying to find something that works for just this patch. And it's like, I feel like the playstyle that Rapid, like, it's just, that kit's too hard for it. So I feel like it doesn't work. I feel like V-Bucket's our best bet. Maybe just, like, non-QRV bucket? Maybe more... but that's, like, the playstyle, I don't know. Like a comeback bucket, probably. Like a bucket that can potentially play for strength. Maybe even a bit of charge up. Maybe even a little bit of charge up or something. Like, just so it fits the comp. Not for strike spam, but just, like... with charge up and comeback, like, just a few subs, it's like you could maybe get strike on defense. I don't know. It's like, it's gonna be hard to make work, but, I mean, I think we have to try it. Because, like, if it works well enough for us to do solid in this patch, then we get to practice stuff closer to what we'd run when crab meta's over anyway, and that would just be better long-term. You know, like, as much as I prioritize long-term, 20XX is a major. I want to do well in the major. Like, I don't just want to give up. Comeback's enough? I mean, maybe, but, like, your guys' comp is way easier to retake than ours, so it's like, I don't think it's the same comparison, because you have a heavy. Like, you have a weapon with far painting range. So, like, of course it's gonna be easier. Everything we have is short range. There's a lot more weapons painting over each other compared to you guys. So I think it's like, that's something that needs to be taken into account. When is 20XX? In 2 weeks. On Saturday. That one? Oh, no. I think they should get him. At least he got like that was a step. No. But yeah. I mean, we don't have too much time, so we gotta figure out something. Bold of you to assume crab meta will end. Yeah, I guess it is at this point. I guess at this point you're right. My Hail Mary is hoping, in case it doesn't end, that they give Wiper a crab. Or Stamper a crab. either would be broken, but, like, then we can run our comms. Add 152 gal. We thought of that, but, like, our only 52 player is Mecha, and he can't play as much, so it's like... We did actually consider, like, 52 splash. Like, I thought about it. Because, like, that could kind of work with the buff. But, like, it's the same thing. It's still, like, someone needs to be a shooter player who's not a shooter player. So it's like, at that point, you might as well just do the splash. Make it easier. Yeah, I don't know, though. Havoc, I know you're listening. Can I post that set? Like, can I show chat what we're kind of thinking of? Because, like, that build's exactly what I'm thinking of. Except, you probably want another special saver sub. You definitely want 0.2 saver with that. Okay, let me... Like... Havoc on this, but add 1 sub special saver is probably what I'm thinking of. Something like this. And that way, like, he dies, he can maybe get strike sometimes, and we have that. It's still a weird set, like, this is not a typical bucket gear, but it's like, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. So it's like, it can... We need... The main issue with, like, not having 2 splash is the defense. And, like, being able to have plans on defense. That's the hard part. And so it's like... Whatever we can do to, like, help out and have more backup plans for defense is what we need. But it's like, it's a weird plan regardless, but it's like, we kind of just have to find something weird. I don't know. I think the only team right now who's doing well and doesn't have double splash is Seafoam. Like, I think that's the only team kind of making it work. And even then, it's like, I still feel like they're just playing a harder game than everyone else, realistically. And even then, they do 2 splash sometimes, but it's like... I feel like Seafoam has already kind of made the choice of making the game harder for themselves for comfort. And I feel like it's just, do we make that same decision or not for this patch? But it's like, that's kind of how I see it. But it's like, we kind of just have to try and see if we can get it to work. Also, I really wish this thing, this lack of tower in tower control, like pillar, was there in the other modes. It makes this flank so much better. The shame the rest of the map is absolutely not built for this mode whatsoever. Also, it adds these little blocks in mid, which is like, holy fuck, they're nice too. Cover. if I was against this running 2 splash. I'm surprised by that. Okay, any stamper, any tips? Just focus on learning, like, using both of your flicks, playing under ledges, like, stuff like that. Basic stuff first. I don't know, does he think, like, is there a reason he's against it? Because that kind of surprises me, because, like, in theory, Madness and Shadow are both perfectly comfortable on it. Or at least, like, they should be. I guess. It's like, right now, it's like you guys are... It's like you're just having to play, it's just harder. I don't know. I see. Well, whatever you think works for you guys, obviously. But for me, I think my perspective is more, double splash is king. I'm actually gonna do some open with Havoc after this, because this is kind of boring. And he needs to farm gear for that set build so we can test it fast. And he's very short on chunks and money, so... Oh, there's a sword here. Got him. Nice pack. Super Bowl point. Oh, it's way too greedy. Not sure how we won that game. I have a team money, right? Alright, Havoc, hop in.